The college stars of tomorrow on the court at the United Center as they take center stage in the city of Chicago. Hi, everybody. Ray Crawford here with our recruiting insider, Evan Daniels of Scout.com. And Evan, all these players, most all of them anyway, are committed to their schools, and they're all expected to make instant impacts next season. Who could make the biggest, though, at their school next year?
Ray, I think Jahlil Okafor is the guy that's really going to have a major impact on his team. He's headed to Duke. He is our #1 player in the country. He was a guy in high school that had quite a few doubters, and I think because he's been #1 for so long, people have been nitpicky. But he's 6'10", he's 260 pounds, great hands, unbelievable post scorer, and probably the best post scorer we've seen in high school basketball since DeMarcus Cousins. I think he could potentially lead Duke next year and lead them deep into the NCAA tournament.
Wow, you have watched these players their entire high school careers. Sometimes a guy will catch your eye and you think, you know what, he might make a big impact, maybe an underrated guy. Do you have one or two of those?
Yeah, Ray, I actually have two. I think that there are two guys, Thomas Welsh and Grayson Allen. Both of those guys are currently ranked outside our top 30. I would be surprised if they end up outside our top 20. Grayson Allen is headed to Duke. He's actually, by rankings purposes, their 4th best player headed to Duke. He's 6'4", a good shooter, but he's better at slashing to the rim, a very good athlete, physical, won the McDonald's All-American dunk contest. And then there's Thomas Welsh. He's a near 7-footer. He's headed to UCLA. Unbelievable hands for a guy his size. He's the guy in this class that has made the biggest improvement from day one to now. Really good shooter from short and mid-range. I think Thomas Welsh is going to have an immediate impact at UCLA.
All right, Evan, so most of the top players, most all of them have committed. There's one big one out there. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Ray, there is one big one out there. Myles Turner, he's ranked #2 in the 2014 class, near 7-footer, a dominant presence on the defensive end. He can also step out and shoot three-pointers, as they saw in the McDonald's All-American three-point contest, made the finals. We're talking about a 6'11" guy that can do that. And he's being hotly pursued by a number of college programs, has 9 schools on his list. Took an official visit to Texas this past Thursday and Friday, and in my opinion, that's the school that's probably leading, but there's still a ways to go. And there's also another wrench that could be thrown in this thing. John Lucas is being mentioned for the Houston job. John Lucas has worked out during the season and in the offseason Myles Turner for quite some time. So if John Lucas were to get that Houston job, that might be something to pay attention to.
It just shows those relationships. They can lead to a top-level recruit coming to your school. All right, Evan, thanks very much. For more coverage of the McDonald's All-American game, be sure to keep it here to CampusInsiders.com.